So, welcome back to another episode. You can see I've been pretty busy here, lots of offcuts I still have to pick up, but the little small loft is back in action. I know I did say that I was hoping to do a few changes in this, and it probably will happen in a little bit. What I needed to do is get this back together, and I can move all those stock birds from the loft over here back into here, and that leaves that free for us to start flying those birds again and getting them out. But this one's looking pretty good. Looks good out here. Nice little bit of space for the birds. Unlike the other place, we're in the tiny little backyard, but now we just got in the middle of nowhere, so it's going to be interesting. Done a little bit of work, had to chop a little bit to the door there. Obviously when we put it back together, it's probably twisted a little bit in transport, so I got it back as square as possible, but I just had to take a little bit off there. But you'll see there's been a few changes in here, and probably the most standout one is those breeding boxes. I wasn't going to use them again, but I did hold on to them, but I thought, oh, this will work. So what I actually did, come in here, is they were in two parts anyway. So what I did is made a little shelf here, which you can see there's like a little shelf up under here on the back as well, and both these nest boxes actually just slide in there, so you can bring them out once in a while if you need to, give them a really good clean. I just want to try and see how it goes. Before we had them on the ground, and it was just a pain trying to get into that bottom one, things like that. Now we've basically set this up for, to 4 pairs in here to breeding. Got a few perches here for them as well. From memory, I think I made most of these from scrap material, bits and pieces, because we had lots of ideas. If you watch this channel, I have lots of ideas, and there's always bits and pieces. So works out that one of them was a little bit shorter, so I just put in a little bit of board up the top there. I don't want to encourage the pigeons to try and get up there and nest, because they will, or there's not much room there, but pigeons are cheeky and they'll nest where they want to most of the time. The only one I had to change was this one. I actually cut 30mm off the end of each one, and I think that's why there's 2 bigger holes on this one, just because I dropped one out, move this back, and then just cut this as well. So we lost 30mm, but that's how it fits in here. See how close that fit is, which worked out pretty well. So pretty much just gets those nest boxes off the ground, and super easy to clean now, and hopefully try, keep the dust levels down, things like that, because I can actually get in under there, and we're not blocking some of the ventilation that we've got here as well, because hopefully the ventilation comes in through there and hopefully just flushes out a lot of the dust. We've got ventilation on the top too. I think this is 100. I think it's 100mm, and I think that was maybe 70, a little bit smaller, but that's looking pretty good. It's going to be ready to bring in those pairs for breeding. I'm hoping maybe to change the pairs up a little bit. There's still plenty of room in all these as well, so we can actually just leave these doors open if we want. And it worked out well that we've got opposite doors, so that door's not too close to this one, so they don't fight too much. But I'm hoping they don't get too confused, but I think we might be right. I don't think we'll have too much trouble. This was the smaller one. It's only 30mm shorter, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I'm definitely keen to get some birds in here. And the only other thing I did was, instead of putting in that big perch there, before we had box perches in here, decided to take them out and just install these little V perches, plastic ones that I got off, I think it was either eBay or Amazon. I've still got quite a few of them around. So I've got 8 of them in here. I got 6 on the back wall, and then 2 on this side. Just brought those 2 up a little bit to utilize that space there, because you guys remember that there was a box there with a battery in it, and we had lights. I'm not worrying about installing all that in this place. And the only other thing I did was take off this little door here. I don't think I really need it. We'll just see how we go. And I just installed another piece of timber here just to give it a bit more of a flat edge, because they do sort of sit on that one and dirty it up a bit. So I'm hoping that sort of makes it a little bit easier to clean. We might be able to put the door back in later, which is this one. I've got it there, but I think we'll be fine. There is only going to be 8 birds max in here. That's the plan. So, and then all these will be open when they're all paired up. So they've all got their own little spot to sit, and then there's other perches out here if they really want to, and they can come and sit in there as well. You can probably put in the bath, things like that in here for them. Another thing I did do was flip the floor around because the other side was pretty dirty, so and stained, so I just said, oh, you know what, I'm going to throw this floor out eventually anyway, so I'll flip it over and use this nice clean side. So we've got a nice clean side there to work with, which is quite nice. I'm definitely happy how that turned out. So it's more just temporary, just until we get a bit better set up here. I was hoping to get all this done yesterday, but I just got it done this morning. You can see there's quite a bit of dirt all around the place, all out through there and things like that. I've just been spent the whole day yesterday on a machine tidying up around this place, and I'm hopefully going to level out this whole section here so that when we do get a loft, we've got a nice area to set it in, nice grassed area. So just tidying up. So I'm not getting too crazy with the lofts at the moment. I'll get this one up, get the pairs down some eggs. We might split them up, and we'll see how we go. Then we can start working on our next one when we figure out where we're going to put it. And I also do have that 2 little pen that's for breeding as well that I might actually set up in behind here. I've got some nice little stool things. Hopefully we can bring it up off the ground a bit, because obviously we've got foxes out here, so we definitely want to try and avoid foxes. In my little backyard there was nothing to worry about, but now we've got everything to worry about. So might be a video, I might put them there. I'll just have a think about it, but we can push them up there and it's nice and private, so then we can have 4 breeding boxes going and another 2 here, so we can try and get some more splits of the barless out. Maybe experiment with a few other things as well. And we've got these perches here left over that I didn't install, but I'm hoping I can put them in the flying loft, because I feel like I can just squeeze them in there. So I thought if we can get in you know, that many more extra perches, I think it's going to be fantastic. We are going to start flying the birds heaps more, so get ready for that, and giving them some more space, and hopefully we don't lose too many. But I do want to start breeding again, just so that yeah, we can mitigate any losses, and also push on with the barless project, which has been on hold for a little while now. And finally, we're back to this loft, which is I'm gonna do a few little tasks for this one. The perches that I was talking about, they should pretty much fit on this wall here. I don't want to go in there because the bird's getting pretty crazy. They want to get out for a bit of a fly. But on this wall, I do have a drinker down here, but I also have a few scrapers and things hanging up. So what I'm going to do, take them out now. I'm living here, I don't need them in here. And I'm hoping I can move the drink bottle, the drinker, out here. Because what I'm hoping I can do is I might get some more of this wire. I do have some sitting over there, and run just another layer on this bottom section, just to double wire it. That's just, and then we can leave the door here open all the time, so then the birds can come out here, they can have their drink all the time, and if they want they can sit on these perches whenever they want. It's more just the double wire was an idea to protect them against foxes or anything. I don't think we're going to have any problems, but I'm not going to take any risk with it, so I'm going to double wire it, make it a little bit harder for them to get in. But the house is pretty close, so we should hear any commotion, because it is very quiet out here at night time. And I won't do it in this video, but the next video, I might even try and do 2 videos today. We'll just see, just to make up for not getting one out yesterday, because you can see the amount of earthworks I've been doing here, getting ready, getting set up. So we might move those stock birds into a second video just to try and make up for it, get them settled and figure out what we're doing with the pairs and whatnot, and then we can probably try and start doing a few little mods to this loft as well, which in the next couple of videos, which is getting wire, starting to get some more footage of they flying, things like that. So stay tuned, and I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget, head down in the description, check out the links to other channels and also Instagram, those type of things. See you later.